A Blue Collar Millionaire's got JC Height back again every Thursday, 12 o'clock. He gives us great tips for marketing, SEO, how to grow your business. Today he's going to be talking about search engine optimization. JC, thanks for coming back on.
What's up, my man? I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. Let me know what's going on. What are we talking about today?
All right, man. Search engine optimization, guys. So I'm excited about this. It's a little bit of a continuation of what we've been talking about. As you guys know, I like to spend like 5 to 10 minutes. All right. So we're going to try to hit it hard, quick. But any questions, ideas, or anything like that, feel free to comment below, and myself or my team or someone like that, we'll try to jump in. Fair? Cool. Easy enough. All right.
Easy.
This time I got a little bit of a slideshow here. And, but again, we're going to move pretty quick through this. So dominating search engine, guys, this is so critical. So I was looking at the latest data from Google on this subject matter, right? Like people are going to, if they need a roofer, plumber, electrician, where do they go? Going to Google to do a search. So here's the reality, guys. 68%, 68.7% of all clicks on Google are within the top 3 organic spots. All right, we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but it pays to be in the top. And here's the other one that this has changed a little bit. People used to click these ads all the time, and I still think you should do ads, especially in Google, because it's a pay per click. If no one clicks, it doesn't matter. However, the #1 organic spot and the #1 paid spot on Google, 19 times more clicks on the organic side. That's freaking nuts, guys. And so how do we build that relationship with Google? How do we trust, guys? We talked about how Google worked holistically last week, right? We talked about this idea of relationships, and we build the trust with Google, and we've got what other people say about us, all the links, and then what we say about ourselves. So I'm going to jump into a couple of tools. So I've got 3 tools right here, guys, if you're looking at my screen, that I think every freaking one of you guys should have. All right. At the end of the day, we measure what we want to improve. All right. Ain't nobody building weights in the gym without realizing, like, man, I did 225 yesterday. I'm going to do 225 tomorrow, but more reps. I'm going to do more the next time. We measure what is important to us. So I've got 2 tools. I'm going to show you these tools here in just a second. The first one, I like the free version. I'm going to show you how that works. The second one is absolutely free by Google Search Console. And the third one, a little bit more advanced. If you're doing it yourself, SEO, use these tools. If you've got an agency doing, you need to make sure you have access and have ownership of these tools because they're your data. So we're going to jump right in here, and I'm going to show you these 2. So this first one is called SEO Optimer, okay? SEOPTIMER.com. I want to encourage every one of you, as you're watching this video, just like minimize it, keep listening, go over to SEOoptimer.com, and I'll put these slides in the comments as well, and then type in your website. It's my favorite site that tells you simplistically what's going on. So I just put in height. By the way, free, you can only do like 2 or 3 sites a day. I already did my 2 or 3 today testing this, so I can't do any more for you, but it's going to show you right here. Your on-site is good. Your links are good. Usability sucks right now for one of my websites. Performance is good. Social is good. But here's what I like. It gives you direct instructions on how to improve all of this. So let's scroll here. Your on-page SEO is good. The title tags, check mark. But right here, meta description tag. Your page has a meta description tag. However, your meta description should ideally be between 70 and 100. All you need to do is send this to your web guide. They'll know exactly what to do. And so I like this because it's a very clear. So right here, H1 header tag. Your page has more than one H1 tag. It is generally recommended to only have one. I don't know why the team did it. Easy fix, right? And so when you go through here, and it's going to continue to give you all the different stuff. How does it look on mobile? How does it look on desktop? Does this make sense? Very easy tool to check how you're doing, okay? Now, if you just signed up for somebody to do your SEO, or you're just getting started, you're obviously not going to have all of these done. It's okay. In fact, some of these things, you'll have them perfect couple months later, something will happen, something will break, something will come up. But I like to check this every 6 months or so. All right. And you're going to see here, let me just keep going through it. Here's all the speeds. You can see here, we're fast on everything. This is really great. And just look, I always just go through and just look for these X's, right? Inline styles. The next thing I want to show you guys is Search Console. Search Console, guys. Kevin, do you have Search Console for y'all's website? Are you using it?
I don't know the answer. I don't do anything with my thing. I'm learning as you guys go.
See, Kevin's way too big for all of us. He's already way past this. Most of us have got to be looking at this Search Console. So what is Search Console? It measures what is happening in search prior to it clicking your website. So this will show you how many people are seeing you on Google search organic and how many people are clicking and where you are whenever they click. So let's just dig in here. Here's a brand new website we launched a few months ago. In fact, you can see here, it wasn't in Google at all. And I think we launched it on April 12th. So this is a 2-month-old website. And I first start off at the impression level. And I can start to see, what am I getting impressions for is my first question here. So you can see here by filtering, I can filter down or up here. Little Rock Commercial Roofing, I've already 229 people over this lifetime has seen this. And I'm going to show you a couple of different features in this. So it's important to going back here. We're going to talk about phases of this. So just pay attention to the tool right now. But you can do total impressions. You can look at where your traffic is coming from. You can look at your CTR. You can look at all these different things. But what I like to do, if you guys are doing web or whatever, is I just like to do a comparison in 28/28. I just want to see that I'm moving forward. So in this case, I went from 811 impressions to 1,320 impressions. That's pretty good. I've got like 50% growth month over month. I don't worry about too much beyond that. Now we're about to talk about the phases, because you'll also notice here my clicks went down. So if your impressions went up, meaning more people saw you in Google, but clicks went down, there's a lot of different things that can happen from that. But ideally, that's not an ideal trend. So what we want to do maybe is look into this, and this will be for a later lesson because I'm trying to keep these to 10 to 15 minutes here. But I can actually look into this and see, where did my click difference come from? Well, in this case, it came directly from Little Rock Roofing. We went from 25 people clicked to only 14. That's not good. That's not good at all, right? So maybe I look at my position. I'll add in my position as a column here. Well, my position stayed the same, right? Think about this. So if my position stayed the same and impressions went down by 30%, what does that tell us? That tells us that there's just less search volume, right? Let's back up. Let's do the math here. If my position in Google stayed the same, then and my impressions went down, it has to mean that the search volume was less. If my position stayed the same and impressions went up, that means that search volume went up. It's only there's only these two scenarios here, right? So then we go back, and so we look here, and this is why, obviously, even though our position stayed the same, impressions went down and clicks went down, right? And so we keep going through these and funneling through them and so on and so forth. But this is a really good idea. What I want to encourage you guys to do is think about these phases of SEO. Okay. So the first phase of SEO, guys, if you're getting started, I want you to focus on impressions. All right. This is the key piece. Why is it the key piece? You're going to focus on impressions, which should be a direct result of ranking. Why impressions? Well, because if I get you're not in Google at all, and I get you to page 10 of Google, you're not going to get any clicks on page 10. And I get you all the way from page 10 of Google to page 5 of Google, you're still not going to get any clicks. In fact, I can get you all the way to page 2, and we're still not going to see these clicks go up. So I want to encourage you in this phase 1 of doing SEO to just focus on this impression number here. Is that going up in your business? If that is going up, that means either search volume is going up or you're increasing rank position. Okay. In phase 2, once we go, wow, like in this website, 5.21 million impressions in the last 3 months. in the last 3 months, 5.21 million impressions. Now my conversation goes from impressions to, you know what? I do care about impressions, but what I really care about is traffic, right? What is that actually seeing? Whenever they see me in Google, what are they actually seeing to be able to click it? And then once we get to a bunch of clicks, now we're going to start thinking about conversions. Now we're going to start thinking about the right traffic or whatever. You can see this big bull, and this is because we had a big extra marketing effort that went through with this company, which resulted in some huge, huge, huge jumps. Okay. So we go through these phases. And so with us, what I want to encourage you guys to do is to constantly be engaging, right? We have two forms: what's happening on our website and how are we getting others. So let's look at what I want you guys to do coming up on our 15-minute mark here. Here is the 5 things. And I talked about this, 6 things. I talked about this on the last video, but I'm going to continue to push this. All right. Number 1, I wanted you to focus on these on-site fixes. SEOoptimer.com, absolutely free, guys. I'm trying to make this as cheap as possible. Do it on your own. And I want to encourage you to go through SEO Optimer and actually just start fixing them. You don't know how to do it? Post it in the comments below. Someone from my team will give you some instructions, tag an article or something like this. Number 2 is write content. You got to write content on your website, right? Once a week, try to get in this steady rhythm. Google is judging you with everything, and they want to see consistency. So every single week or bi-weekly or whatever rhythm you want to get in, be posting content. The third thing is press releases. Press releases is a really easy way to get a lot of engagement across the board. Now, I like to come up with something really fun with my presses, something crazy that happened, a new acquisition, a new whatever the case may be. We recommend Newswire. You can do a lot of different ones. These things range from $350 to $900 a month, right? But press releases are a really, really great thing to boost a lot of backlinks. The other tip I gave you guys last week was the community backlinking group. Get a group of 5 guys together and you write about each one of them on your roofing website, on your plumbing website every single week. Write an article about how Bob is so great. He did this, he got this new certification. And if you want plumbing, go over to my good friend, Bob the Plumber, right? Bob the Plumber is going to write an article about you, is going to say, oh man, look at this roofing guys. They're doing 1,000 roofs a year now. They're crushing it. They're best in the city. If you want a roof done, definitely get over to my friend, Josh the Roofer. And these 2, again, are just bringing back links back to your website. It's not hard. It's just consistency. The other thing, again, is social media, right? Just every single day posting, tagging back to your website, tagging back to your profile, so on and so forth. And then when you post those on social media, go ahead and throw them over to GMB as well. Guys, this is not much. You got an 18-year-old kid, you got a 15-year-old at home, they could do these things. You could pay them 50 or 100 bucks a month or a week or whatever the case may be to do this stuff. This is not hard. I have a 6-year-old daughter that is learning how to write articles on ChatGPT. Like, it's stupid how quickly these kids are doing it, right? It just takes work, consistency, and effort, right? You can
JC,
also,
on the right,
oh yeah, go ahead.
quick question on the writing content. So like a roofer in Arkansas, what's he going to write about? Actual jobs he's doing, showing pictures, or what?
Oh, it's a great question. Great question. I would write about what services I do. I'd write about problems that they do. So one thing you can do with Google is if you go in and you just let's go to the Google search engine over here, and you type in roofing. It's going to pre-populate all the different things that people search. So I would write about roofing singles, maybe comparison and which ones you recommend. I'd write about roofing company in Searcy or whatever my city is. I would write about, let's type in best roofer and see what comes up. Best roofer near me, best roofers in the area, comparison, promotions. I'd write about the different services, commercial versus residential. I'd write about, what to do if you got raccoons in your roof, how to fix it or whatever the case. Name it, right? It's just about producing content out there, right? Yeah. You can also go to ChatGPT and literally, I'll just show this really quick. We could go to ChatGPT guys, this stuff is just it's changing the game. ChatGPT is. But if I just go in here, just go to a normal ChatGPT, what type can you pretend you're an SEO specialist and give me 10 article ideas to help me rank in Google for roofers area? Can't even spell it right because I don't have my glasses on. And it is going to very quickly give you ideas. Da-da-da. So top 10 roofing companies in our in our city. There's no problem with you writing that. Just don't link back to your competitors, right? How to choose the best roofer. This is great. Or the best roofing materials, the cost of roof repair, roofing regulations and permits. I wrote an article for one of our roofers the other day, was like why most people never pay for a roof and insurance covers it all. The benefits of hiring a local roofer versus one from the big city. Common roofing problems, a homeowner's guide to roof replacement. I mean, boom, right here. Oh, by the way, watch this. Can you write me a 1,000-word article on number 10? Now, I would recommend proofreading this and maybe even rewriting it, but it is going to write you a full article, as we can see here, straight up on number 10. Right? There's no excuses on this crap, guys. Just like anything else in life, just freaking execute. Right? Okay. So that's what it looks like. This is 100%. Well, you got to pay for the press releases, maybe pay your 15-year-old, but like this is stupid affordable. Guys, roofing is a good example. Roofers make, I mean, our roofers, we work with roofers typically that are doing, 2, 3, 4 million plus in revenue, right? Their average job is 12,000. They're making before their overhead around $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a job. Think about this.
Absolutely.
If you're investing even $500 a month on a cheap thing with your son or daughter or cousin or nephew or someone from the local college, if it helps you get one roof every 2 years, it pays for itself. And that would be stupid low numbers, right?
Horrible.
In fact,
Yep.
I would recommend going with an agency. Obviously, we bring on a few, but there's a lot of great agencies out there, and there's a lot of great agencies in this community. This is kind of what you're going to see from them. I see people range anywhere from 1K to 5K for SEO plans, depending on the size of the city. Ours are around $3,500, but you should be getting a full audit, a full strategy. They should be doing articles. Those articles are going to be on blogs. They're going to be on services. They're going to be on location pages, right? So, for example, I'm in Searcy, Arkansas, but there's 10 communities around us. Well, you should have a service page on each one of those locations, right? Monthly reporting, monthly press releases is what we do. And of course, managing the Google My Business, the setup, and all that type of stuff, as well as local listings, which I didn't put before. You can do them. It's a little bit more complex, I think, to do it in certain areas, but these are the types of things that you should be doing. Now, again, with whatever business you guys have, you just need to think ROI with your marketing company. This is a long-term play. This is a gym membership. This is mutual funds. This is something you got to be invested in for a while. Not one of you, I don't care what the freaking agency is you're talking to. If you're signing up thinking if this doesn't work in 90 days, I'm out, don't even do it. It'd be like me starting a roofing company. Like, man, if I can't make money in 90 days, I'm out. Like, most people don't make money in 90 days. It takes a while to start getting a return. Why? Because you're not in Google. Then I get you to page 10, and then we get you to page 5, and then we get you to page 3, and none of that's going to result in leads. You got to get all the way to page 1, and it takes time. And so whoever you're talking to, make sure that you're, and again, if you're an agency, comment below your website or who you are and what you're about. We can do free audits as well. In fact, if you're looking at the presentation, do this. Our team will do 100% free and show you exactly what to do. We'll do 100% free, and you can go show another marketing company. We're just here to add value in this group. But Demi is one of our amazing people on the team, and she'd be happy to showcase this stuff. At the end of the day, guys, again, going back to that first slide, this is the important thing here. These 2 facts that I've got here, if my slide will go, right, is if you want this 19x more clicks that happens on social, and you want to have that 70% of traffic, which is in the top slides, you have to start investing. right? You have to start jumping ahead and moving forward in the ranking. All right. 15 minutes. That's my max. I'm thinking next week
That
we're
was
going to go
great.
into paid pay-per-click. I'm going to open up a few campaigns that we have in the home service industry. I'm going to show you guys how to see if the current ads company you're using is working, and maybe how to set it up yourself, which I don't fully recommend, but we're going to dig into it. Paid ads.
JC, thank you so much for coming on. You're always bringing tons of gold here. Guys, you got to listen to this. You can reach JC. His info's in the comments if you want to get more information about him and his company. It was great again. I'll see you next week. And then
All right, brother.
JC, I'm gonna call you about the other thing right now.